Good morning. Welcome back to Passionate World Talk Radio Network, a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network, LLC. Educate, enlighten, entertain. And let's not forget mindfulness, because that is a big portion of today's special report. On today's episode, our news breaking, the FBI is asking, what is 764 group? Katie Hawkinson's from article about the group. FBI investigates violent predator group targeting kids. Parents wake up online. This online group targets young girls and forces them to produce explicit content. The FBI is growing concerned, very concerned, about a loose group of online predators known as 764. According to some sources, this group originated in Texas, but it's now a worldwide, loosely decentralized, huge organization who coerce young girls into harming themselves and producing explicit content. Sources close to the station has told us that these people are professionals. They do their homework. They keep up with teen and child trends. They go over and review what the parent websites are saying about how to talk to your child. And they prey on the child or teen or young adult where the parents, grandparents, teachers, any adult who's associated with children, and you're talking about more than half, convincing these children to do things that normally they never would do or try in the first place. Late last month, two members of the gang who are believed to be prominent members, 21-year-old Leonidas Vargagiannis and 20-year-old Prashan Napel, and they are accused of orchestrating one of the most heinous online child exploitation enterprise we have ever encountered, Attorney General Pam Bodie said in a statement. Vargagiannis, Napel, and other members have coerced young girls into creating sexual abuse material and even ordered them to commit acts of self-harm while engaging in psychological torment and extreme violence against them. This is what the Department of Justice has to say. The group is widespread all over the world. The FBI has more than 250 open investigations into the group, and every single one of its 55 field offices are handling a 764 related case. FBI Assistant Director David Scott, the head of the FBI's Counterterrorism Division, told ABC News, the group has targeted victims as young as 9, and there could be thousands of victims around the world. So what is Group 764? Well, the FBI deems it as a violent online network that seeks to destroy civilized society through the corruption and exploitation of vulnerable population. which often include minors, according to the Department of Justice. The network's goals include social unrest and the downfall of the current world order, which includes the U.S. government. Members of the group target vulnerable children online and coerce them into producing explicit content, according to investigators. This content includes cut signs, blood signs that victims would cut into their bodies. Does that remind you of somebody during the 70s? Mason, that name ring a bell with his group of ladies who also cut and harmed themselves? Members force children to engage in self-mutilation. They do bad things to themselves. Online and in-person sexual acts, harm to animals, sexual exploitation of siblings, and other acts of violence, threats of violence, suicide, and murder. The network also shares violent content with its victims in hopes of desensitizing them, the FBI says. Some members even glorified mass casualty events like the 1999 Columbine high school shooting and introduced their victims to neo-Nazism or Satanism, ABC reports. So who is the group targeting? The group targets young girls they view as vulnerable. And I was a parent, and I am a grandparent of two teenage girls. I would be very concerned. A recent criminal complaint filed against the group's alleged leaders includes material used by group instructing members how to manipulate and abuse girls. In order to manipulate into one producing content in your name, you must make her feel loved to the point she does not want to let go or lose you. And that's when you start requesting work like blood signs. The instructions read, the best women to target are ones that have depression or mentally ill ones. The instructions continued. One victim, a 17-year-old Connecticut girl, was first targeted on Roblox and Discord, ABC News reports. The alleged 764 member who targeted her then convinced her they were a couple, and she sent him sexual photos. She went on to produce several pieces of content for the group, including a new Barbie doll with 764 written on its forehead and a note written in her blood calling the man who targeted her a god. The girl even allegedly helped direct a series of threats to the local schools in 2023 and 2024, ABC reports. Scott says it's common for the 764 victims like her to then become subjects by perpetrating acts on behalf of the individual who victimized them. Pimp, whore. Abused child, parent. The girl was eventually arrested on conspiracy-related charges and referred to juvenile court. Even before her arrest, she had started to resist some of the demands directed at her. This led to her family home being swatted, which is when someone falsely reports a crime or violence to try and induce SWAT teams to a location. The man at the center of the Connecticut girls' case is still under investigations by authorities, according to ABC News. Spokespeople for both Roblox and Discord told ABC News that their companies are committed to creating safe space online and have policies in place to prohibit the abuse of children. Well, comment, Didn't seem to work, did it? What warning signs should parents, grandparents, teachers, and other people associated with girls, teens, and young children? Parents should look for changes in their children's activities, behavior, and personality, Scott told ABC News. They should also keep an eye out for questionable injuries to family pets and evidence of self harm, which includes a child wearing long sleeve clothes or trying to cover their body on any of those things. We are having technical difficulties. Thank you for waiting. Just be on the lookout for any that'll be a result of what's happening online, Vernon Police Detective Tommy Van Tassel, who worked on the Kinetic Girls 764 case, told ABC News. If you are based in the US and you or someone you know needs mental health assistance right now, call the National Suicide Prevention Helpline at 1-800-273-TALK 8255. This is a free, confidential crisis hotline available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you're in another country, you can go to www.befrienders.org to find a helpline near you. If you are feeling distress or struggling to cope, you also can speak to the Samaritans, SAMARITANS, in confidence on 116-123. That's UK and ROI. Or email Joe, J-O, at SAMARINS.org or visit the SAMARITANS website to find details of your nearest branch. Thank you very much for listening to this special report, and please share this with anyone, any school, any function that you will find a child at, whether it's the YW or YM or youth groups or recreational centers for kids to go and study, but they usually have computers for the kids to use, any libraries, especially in the children's section, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, the 4-H, whoever works with children, get the word out. Special report is brought to you by ruby.ai. Check out the site aiwithlillian.com. Click on the link, it'll take you immediately into ruby.ai. Read the testimonials, take a look at the demo there, and then sign up for a monthly subscription. All of AA now you need to pay for because the large corporations want to make money and pay themselves back for the money they invested into artificial intelligence. So do yourself a favor and don't get caught with the tariffs associated with AI software. AIwithlillian.com. Also by Conscious Research Solutions. Check them out at passionateworldtalkradio.com/research made simple blog. Read the pain points and how to deal with them. Sign up for a free 15-minute consult with one of our research assistants. Do yourself and everybody else a favor and learn how to do research properly, or have somebody do the research for you and get the results you want every single time. And if you want to continue hearing about special reports on political, on the economy, on hate groups, online cybercrime, PWTRN is the place to go. Consider donating to our station to keep us online. PassionWorldTalkRadio.com/donations. A woman-owned, woman-run talk internet station. Thank you very much for listening, and join us next time with another important special report.